let's get ourselves lined up here. Okay, got my steady rest ready. I got my special toothpick. We got our photo etch that has to go on here. And a little tray for the CA glue. And the CA glue applicator. I think we're ready to boogie. Okay, let's just get one of these in place here. So it's ready. Okay, just a little hint of CA. Now very, very gently here. Whoop, that was too gentle. Okay, now let's see if we can do this again. Now take your time, Ron. No rushing. Don't break this off. Yeah, that's on there a lot harder than it was before. I guess the plastic is hardened. Just a little drop of CA. Try it again. Yeah, that's better. Could be that there was some on there before and I just didn't see it. Okay. I don't think I'm getting any. I should get it this time. Okay. I know you can't see it, but there is a little hatchway here. And this is supposed to go down in there. Yeah, pretty much like that. Now I would imagine in order for that door that you see there to be able to swing out, that stairway would have to be right up against that little railing, which it is. Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit of CA glue in the right place, and just has to be tacked in. It doesn't have to provide any kind of structural strength. It just has to stay in there. Probably would anyway. Oh, it's stuck on there. Oh, shoot. I smeared it all over the deck. Why won't that let go? Well, that did not turn out the way I planned. But I think it's okay. Okay, we're swung around 180 degrees now. Try and get some on here. I know it looks terrible. It looks like it's really globbed on. I know that, but it's so small. Oh no, I got some on the gun. Oh no, that was the optical thing. like a bull in a china shop. Okay, let's hope for the best. Okay, putting this little stairway or gangway in place. That completes this step right here. There's a couple of pieces of photo etch got to go on the sides here somehow. I'm not sure how far up or down they're supposed to go. I think I'm going to check Stefan's book and see what they look like in his drawings. I would say that's probably the best one right there because it shows just how far down the railing or the guardrail this thing goes. It looks to me like the top of it, or the top of the main part anyway, is about halfway down, and quite a bit of it hangs underneath. Yeah, I think that's probably the best photo. Here's another one here. There's all kinds of them. I'm going to break one of these off yet. I'll be so glad when I can put this thing in the box and leave it until we actually need it to mount on the ship. Anyway, laid it on its side so that we can take our little piece of photo etch here, like this, and then it'll stay in place while we glue it. At least that's the plan. Okay, so if that main part comes halfway up, then we should fasten it just about here. And there. Okay, here's open. You know, by rights I should have my steady rest here. Okay, let's leave well enough alone and no poking. Okay, we're flipped over now. And we'll just do a dry run here. Make sure everything's going to line up okay. Maybe move this back just a little. Yep. Where'd it go? Well, I'd say take two, but what's the use? Okay. Okay, that feels really good. Yeah, we don't always have to use the macro lens, right? Okay, now we'll use the macro lens. Yeah, I'm not heartless. Don't want to scratch this paint off either. I think it's probably pressed down about as good as it needs to get there. Just because I can't see the CA oozing out from the sides doesn't mean it's not gluing itself on. These things that we just put on are these right here, and that completes step 33. Okay, 34. All right. One piece of photo etch here. Big long ladder. There's not too many pieces, and some of them we've already got made. Like these radar units. Remember they called this one a radar unit, but we concluded it was a type of rangefinder, not a radar. I guess I got to find this piece and this piece, F13 and 14. J2, E24, and the photo etch piece. Well, that'll be easy. Well, here is something really interesting and almost sad. F13 and F14. Here they are, F13 and F14. And that's the only pieces left on the F sprue. That's okay, I know where it went. Haha. Yes, every piece is snipped off. 13 and 14 were the last ones. Now we need E24. And that's this one right here. Well, here's a big mast. J2. That's the last plastic piece we need on this page. And we've had the J sprue quite a bit. And being as there's two of them, I can probably mess up on one and still be okay. On the other hand, maybe further down the line we'll need another one of these number 2s. Photo etch A11. Okay, it's this ladder right here. It's the longest ladder we've got. Now there is only one of these. Oh, way back when I first got this kit, I made the mistake of removing the plastic sticky stuff off of both sides of this sheet of photo etch. So that means that I have to be extra careful that I don't catch something on, the stuff that's sticking out a little bit maybe. Or it's going to, not stay in place when I'm trying to nip it off here like I am right now. Anyway, as long as I'm careful, we'll probably be okay. Well, I do believe we got it. Now, I think I did a pretty good job of getting the flashing and sprue and everything off of these parts. But we can't just glue them on yet. We have to paint them. Now, I am thinking here that I might be smart to glue these two pieces together and paint them all as one piece. For one thing, they're going to stick together better if they're not painted. I think that's the way they go. And yeah, they're all going to be the same color gray anyway. Now I'll be doing all the pieces in light gray except for the ladder. The ladder I want to do in dark gray so it contrasts with the side of this mast. Now I know I mentioned this before, but if you're planning on building a model of the Bismarck, regardless of whatever scale you're gonna do, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be a big 200 scale like this. It can be a real small one. This book is just loaded with all kinds of little interesting detail. Like here we're in the section for the rigging, and here's the foremast that we're working on right now. I'll zoom in on this part here. You'll be able to see that there's a lot more detail that we're probably not going to be gluing on anywhere, but at least it'll show the mast and this cross piece and the ladder. As you can see here, there's a lot of very, very delicate detail that would be just practically impossible to render even in photo etch. So we're going to just have to be happy with the three main pieces we got. It'll look pretty good. These alligator clips here are a little less aggressive on plastic than these metal ones. Now these metal ones, they work pretty good as long as I remember to put some foam or something, on both sides of the plastic. Anyway, I'm going to use these to, or this one rather, just to hold this so that it's not going to twist in the wrong direction. The bad thing about these is that they do not want to clip onto something really small. Like I wouldn't be able to use it to clip onto just the end, Well, now it's making a liar out of me, but it doesn't want to hold on very good. Anyway, Murphy's Law, when the camera's running, it always makes a fool of you. Let's get this adjusted just right here now. Get it nice and square. Okay, now I'm going to have to prop this up so that it's not going to fall over crooked, because I want it to be straight. Probably once I get a little bit of extra thin on that joint, it's going to stick where I want it. I'm just going to have to be careful not to be too overzealous with it. Yeah, something like that. Okay, unlike CA glue, I probably have several minutes that I can work with this. Let's get just a little more on there. I'm thinking maybe I didn't put enough on there. It's maybe if I put a little pressure on it and just see, what I'm trying to do is get the plastic to, as I say, smoosh around. Now, it may not look straight to you, but it's pretty straight. Okay, maybe I'll put a drop of CA glue on this bottom one here. I'm not going to put any CA glue on this top joint there. You should be able to see that the plastic has welded itself pretty good. Sometimes this applicator works good, like right now. There, get it underneath. It won't be so visible when it's painted. Yeah, that should be good. As long as I don't bump that, it should stay on there pretty good. Now, for anybody wondering just how small that really was, well, this is how small it really is. Well, I think we're ready to paint here. The photo etch piece I want to use the primer on. I'll be able to use the rotator, I think, on these round pieces. Except for maybe right here where it protrudes out a little bit. It might not get into the corner there. Well, we'll know. But it won't be until tomorrow that we know. That's it for episode 178. Thank you for watching. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.